the ChangeMaker20 Summit, a convergence of visionaries and change agents igniting global transformation. Through collective innovation, we embark on a journey to conquer challenges, spark inspiration, and pave the way for a radiant tomorrow, a shared endeavor shaping the future we envision. Distinguished attendees of the ChangeMaker20 Summit, we now welcome you to today's keynote session. The session wholeheartedly acknowledges the significant strides being made in the realm of smart tribal farming. It recognizes the fusion of ancestral wisdom with cutting-edge technologies, highlighting the harmonious coexistence between tradition and innovation. Today we have with us Professor Moni Madaswamy, the former Director General of India's National Informatics Centre, is an esteemed figure in the realm of e-governance and informatics development. With over 40 years of experience, he is an eminent scientist and technocrat who played a pioneering role in shaping our e-governance in India. Professor Moni's strategic thinking and determination led him to overcome challenges and achieve remarkable results. His contributions were acknowledged and internationally as he undertook missions to various countries, furthering technical collaboration recognized with awards like Seva Ratna and Bhugol Bhushan. He is a visionary known for ICT-driven agricultural development and a dedicated individual with a zeal for meaningful missions. Professor Moni, please take the stage, and without further ado, let's commence this invigorating exchange of ideas with everyone. Over to you, Professor Moni.
Thank you very much. Greetings of the day. I thank the ChangeMaker20 Summit and Connecting Dreams to invite me to participate in this very important summit, ChangeMaker20, as a part of G20 under the presidencyship of India. It gives me great pleasure to talk to all the participants on a very important topic, unleashing the power of young change makers for a sustainable future. That is the theme of this ChangeMaker20 Summit. When the session manager talked to me 1 week back, what should be the appropriate title, I told her that we are in the mission of operationalizing smart tribal farming, and it has to be taken and as a holistic mission. So why don't we have that title? Because tribal population of India is about 8.9% of India's population. They live in 145,000 villages, and tribal agriculture is a sustainable agriculture. So bringing digitalization will make the boys and girls, youth, it will make them as a change maker. So that's why the title is Advancing with Smart Tribal Farming for Achieving Sustainable Agriculture and Food Security. Can you put the slide on? Thank you very much. After my retirement as the Director General NIC, I have joined Sobit Institute of Engineering Technology, deemed to be university and an A-grade NAC accredited university. This is the first university in India, maybe in the whole world, to have 5 centers of excellence to promote technology in the rural area: Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Application, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. And I'm also the chairman of an Indian Council of Food and Agriculture Working Group on ICT in Food and Agriculture. The topic is very important. Next slide. I also would like to quote G20 Ministerial Statement on Trade and Digital Economy 2019, ideated the importance of a human-centered future society, that is Society 5.0, data free flow with the trust and digital infrastructure. It is a very important statement, ideation, which also has come from G20 2019 statement that in India, our Honorable Prime Minister of India has come out with the Atmanirbhar Bharat, the road ahead, 5 pillars of self-reliant of India: economy, quantum jump; infrastructure, one that represents modern India; systems, technology driven; demography, it is a vibrant demography; and demand, full utilization of the power of demand and supply. Means that to have a well established demand and supply chain, and also undertaken bold reforms, supply chain reforms in agriculture sector, and rational tax systems, simple and clear laws, capable human resources, and strong financial systems. It is all very good background. Next slide. And I'm also very happy that these various sessions being held under G20, there are 6 sessions which have been held with respect to the sector agriculture, food security and nutrition, role of science and technology in innovation, millet and other ancient grains international research initiative, acronymed Maharishi, resilient agri-food systems, One Health, resilient agri-food system, climate resilience, digital agriculture and sustainable agri-value chain. I'm very happy that this also that had earlier this session. Public-private partnership in agriculture R&D. Next session. Next slide. I felt very happy that the session coordinator, they talked about the session, and it talks about that the realm of a smart tribal farming where ancient wisdom meets modern innovation. Discover how indigenous knowledge and cutting edge technology come together to force a path toward sustainable prosperity. In this session, our speaker will guide you through the principle and practices of smart tribal farming, where traditional agriculture wisdom is infused with the smart solution. Let us learn how leveraging data-driven insights, precision agriculture, and community engagement can elevate tribal farming to new heights of productivity and sustainability. And I'm very happy that they captured the ideas very well. That now it gives me a strength to promote smart tribal farming based on the suggestions given in this session. It is well thought about it. I thank the session manager who has brought it out. For this one, I also would like to quote, on 9th August, we have celebrated World Tribal Day. Our Honorable Chancellor has issued the message, which I would like to, it is put it over there, it will be available in the website. But the title, the message title, which the Honorable Chancellor of the University put it is, commemorating World Tribal Day, advancing with the smart tribal farming. That is the importance which the Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology has given. On the World Tribal Day, 9th August, we honor the invaluable contributions of tribal communities and celebrate their rich heritage, culture, and remarkable traditions. On this significant day, I'm delighted to introduce Soviet University's Smart Tribal Farming Project, a pioneering initiative led by distinguished Professor Moni. This project, in association with the NGOs partnership, working with the tribal communities in a cluster of 10 to 15 tribal villages of various districts, is a beacon of innovation and collaboration, bridges traditional wisdom with modern agriculture techniques to uplift tribal farmers and their communities. By enhancing productivity through technology-driven strategies, we are optimizing land utilization, elevating crop yields, and reducing resource inefficiencies. This project does not just focus on economic betterment, It also strengthens food security and nurtures environmental sustainability. Notably, our endeavor aligns with the ideals of our Honorable President of India, Shrimati Draupadi Murmuji, who herself hails from a tribal community. Her journey exemplifies the potential and resilience within these communities, which we are dedicated to supporting. As we stand united on this World Tribal Day, let us reaffirm our commitment to driving positive change. I also displayed one of my article which has been published in the magazine Conversations Today, April 23, where I have talked about tribal agriculture is a sustainable agriculture. Traditionally, generations after generations, which has to be promoted so that they become a part of global value chain. When this article was published, I received a lot of call, including the Deputy Managing Director of NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, a premier institution of Government of India. They said that, Prof Moni, what you said is very correct. It is a primitive global, primitive value chain. I told him that I requested him join with us. Let us make as a premier value chain, and which should get integrated with the global value chain. Next, we need to unlock the potential of rural India. Since 2010, the global total factor productivity growth, a measure of agriculture productivity, has been increasing only by 1.51%. against 1.75%, the required average annual rate to double agriculture productivity. The 2018 Global Agriculture Productivity Index, as published by icrisat.org, predicts that if this trend continues, farmers in low-income countries, where the total factor productivity growth is even lower at 0.96%, will use more inputs and resources to get higher outputs, disrupting natural resource bases, and therefore recommend strategic policy goals for a sustainably productive world. Among the others, it talked about adopt science-based and information technologies, invest in agricultural research, applying science and technology to all aspects of farming and processing activity is critical to unlock the development potential of India. In India, next slide, we have an ecosystem. I have put it in one slide in a nutshell. We have Digital India 2015, Make in India 2015, Skill India 2015, Startup India 2015, and Atmanirbhar Bharat 2020, Digital Connectivity Mission 2022. Then we also have a doubling farmers' income by 2022, a National Committee report, 2018. I'm going to talk about that. But the Indian agriculture system has about something like 145 million operational holdings as per 2015-16 agriculture census, which has about 89% as small and marginal holders. Means they are having operational holding less than 2 hectares. So they need a lot of information-based agriculture operations. They should be helped. And the input systems, the production systems, the output systems, and non-farm rural development activities have to be digitalized. We need a lot of human resources in the agriculture sector to bring in digital technology in agriculture. So we have to have a synergization of agri-tech and information technology as a new discipline, which I was able to visualize as an agricultural informatics discipline. We need to have an M.Tech in agricultural informatics, B.Tech in agricultural informatics, BG Diploma in agricultural informatics, Diploma in agricultural informatics, MBA in agribusiness management, to bring in the students, engineering students of 4,500 engineering colleges and 45,000 non-engineering higher educational institutions to get into agriculture through technology. Then only we'll be in a position to have India, agriculture 4.0 in India, industry 4.0 in India, to make our society, society 5.0, digitally empowered society, as it has been visualized by Japanese. Next, we have a national digital communication policy which talks about BharatNet providing 1 Gbps to Gram Panchayat, which is upgradable up to 10 Gbps. We have 2.5 lakh Gram Panchayat in the country. We have about 6.5 lakh villages. So if the BharatNet is accessible, is able to provide 1 Gbps to 10 Gbps, internet connectivity to every Gram Panchayat, that's what we have visualized under, smart tribal farming, that, that the tribal villages can be made model villages, smart villages, 1.45 lakh tribal villages. And in this communication policy talks about Connect India, Propel India, and Secure India, and also ensuring digital sovereignty. Next is, from basic farming to productive farming, agriculture efficiency has 3 components: technical efficiency, allocative efficiency, and production efficiency. And information theory of Claude Elwood Shannon in 1948 to Internet of Things of Kelvin Ashton in 1999 have impacted digital technological applications very decisively in various development fields. I have been part of this scenario in the country for the last 45 years. Government of India, through its National Informatics Center, has introduced the district information system on agricultural systems, agriculture, animal husbandry, fisheries in 1987. I was the project director of district information system on 28 sectoral database development, first in the world. Prepared the first IT blueprint for agriculture sector through a national conference on informatics for sustainable agriculture development, ISDA, in May 95, which gave an IT blueprint. Today the situation is that we have achieved a green revolution, GREEN revolution. Now it is a green revolution to make every youth to become a change maker in agriculture sector through green revolution, GRIN, that is genomics, robotics, informatics, and nanotechnology paradigm. This is very important, and digital agriculture has to be is an end-to-end solution from plowing to the profit. It's a digitalization of farming system is a step towards achieving sustainable agriculture productivity and minimizing farmers' distress. India records a strategic use of ICT and e-governance in farming systems life cycle. We have suggested through the Dr. Ashok Dalwai Committee report on doubling farmers' income by 2022, volume 12B, which talks about digital technology in agriculture. I was the group leader for this volume 12B, talks about 7 disciplines. Next, it is that digital technology in agriculture, strategic recommendation. This government of India, through this committee, has given a framework for as to how to go for digitalization of Indian agriculture. First is digitalized agriculture. I want that participants to see this one very carefully. Digital technology and innovation in agriculture. It is synergization of Digital India program, Make in India program, Skill in India program, and Startup India program for transformational reforms in agriculture sector. Major innovative steps, which under the 3 categories: smart irrigated agri system, smart rainfed agri system. Traditionally, people know irrigated agriculture and rainfed agriculture. 33%, 35% is of cultivable area are irrigated. 65 are from rainfed area. And I introduced this category, smart tribal agriculture system. Many people asked me, why, Professor Moni, you introduced in your chapter smart tribal agriculture systems? I told them that it is a tribal agriculture, is a sustainable agriculture. We in India, we have a tribal sub-plan. It is supposed to be coordinated by 36 departments at the central level and are also grassroots level. Many of the schemes never even reached the tribal community. And by having this smart tribal farming, tribal agriculture system in a very important committee report, doubling farmers' income by 2022, and now the technology will go to the tribals' agriculture land. They live in forest, they live in hill, and reaching them is very difficult so far. By having this title, which has been recommended, and it is submitted to the government of India in September 2018, the smart tribal agriculture system, digitalized agrometa advisories and agricultural risk management solutions, and digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning for achieving smart village and smart farming. Digitalized agriculture value chain from farm to profit, nearly about 400 agriculture commodities. We have 127 agroclimatic zone, 365 days we have sunshine, 400 agriculture commodities. We can grow the food which the whole world wants it throughout the year. And this, our agriculture producers, we don't use much fertilizer. And traditionally, we have promoted organic farming and natural farming and permaculture farming and regenerative agriculture. And the whole world, the food record by the whole world, it can go from India. That's why the committee talks about we have to have a 400 agriculture commodity value chain. And so that the farmers can get the remunerative price. They can also get the percentage of the profit, which they, the retailer gets it. Digitalize access to inputs, technology, knowledge, skill, agricultural finance, credit, marketing, and agribusiness management to farmers. It means that we can, by taking digital agriculture, digital technology in agriculture, we can provide farming as a service. In the whole software world, software as a service, platform as a service, and here in agriculture, we can bring farming as a service. There is an important area for the engineering students of 4,500 engineering colleges of the country. And the digitalized integrated land and water management systems. And the last one is digitalized farm health management, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and an integrated manner over a village with artificial intelligence, big data analytics, blockchain technology, so that hereafter for any COVID situation, we don't have to have a national lockdown. This is $1 trillion data economy. India can have a national data center with 10,000 data scientists to have only on health, data analytics. So that's why this university has established a, health informatics and computing. Next. And in order to promote, since I was part of the Dr. Ashok Dalwai Committee Report, Volume 11 and Volume 12B, during the COVID situation, I thought that, let me propagate the digital technology in agriculture. So I conducted 2 webinars, one on national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, started on 18th August 2020, and national international webinar series on open source digital technology towards self-reliant India. So far, we have completed 116 editions on national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, and 110 webinars on open source digital technology towards self-reliant India, mostly for agriculture sector. This webinar series is ranging from 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours. Videos are available in the website. Next. And different topics, and which are all supporting startups. And you can see this one, and this is how we have systematically documented the topics, different topics. Each one, 226 topics, can facilitate 226 agri startups in the country. Next. Next slide, please. This is on doubling farmers' income by 116 editions. Dr. Jabamali Vinanji Arachi, former Principal Advisor, Director General UNIDO, he says that I read this recommendation, doubling farmers' income by 2022 recommendation, and they contain therein practical insight and foresight. If translated into action, the growth impulses stemming from interventions will pave the way for much needed agriculture demand-led economic transmission of the Indian economy, using agribusiness as a dynamic force in fostering prosperity. Then during this situation, I thought that, now our honorable president, Madam Draupadi Murmu, comes from a tribal community. I thought that as a mark of respect, as a former technocrat, I should operationalize the one component smart tribal farm during her presidency. That's why I made a presentation to the Ministry of Tribal Affairs on 17th August 2022. They suggested me that, Prof Moni, it is a government recommendation. It will be very nice that if you can submit the proposal for operationalizing smart tribal farming from the State Department. So we thought that to make this project successful, also as a implementable and scalable project, let us take a cluster of 10 to 15 tribal villages, because Government of India decided to have 1,45,000 tribal villages as a model village. They have come out with the government policy. So through they have a land. They don't have the good agriculture practices, and they need to be supported. And their agriculture is a sustainable agriculture. And they need to be, given lot of training. Rural boys and girls of the tribal community have to be given, training. Is Anupama, you are online? Hello? Okay. Can you go? And that's how we have now initiated. Next slide, please. Next slide. So we thought that let us initiate a pilot project, 10 to 15 tribal villages, in association with the non-governmental organization and public-private research institution for the food, nutrition, health, livelihood security, and economic productivity of tribals. So I also wrote an article that, it explains how smart tribal farming can give healthier food to the world. And why these 10 to 15 tribal villages? When you take a model project, one village, it may work, it may not work. So a cluster of 10 tribal villages, because they have a land. So the technology can be adopted for a cluster of 10 to 15 villages. One state, it may work, it may not work. So we've taken more than one state. Now I'm very happy during the last 1 year, starting from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, and from northeastern region to west coast of India, to Gujarat, we are able to work with the NGOs to identify the 10 to 15 tribal villages for such a pilot project. Next. And we are also now, with the various discussions, we are able to now, zero in and getting into each village potential, how to unlock the potential of each tribal village. They have a land. They grow a lot of commodities which are of indigenous in nature, which is nutritional in nutritional in effect, and they have traditional practices, indigenous knowledge, and how to bring them, how to unlock that potential by motivating the tribal farmers. We had a detailed discussion with the tribal people, and each village how to bring in a micro food industry, MSME, by training the boys and girls of the tribal community in a sustainable manner. The indigenous technology, its tribals are known to have rich knowledge of indigenous technology. And there is an urgent need to identify and document existing indigenous knowledge related to agriculture practices followed in different regions of the country. We have decided that this type of pilot project will facilitate a model. Each state, in Assam, Rani tribal belt, and in Kashmir, 4 districts, and in Madhya Pradesh, 5 districts, Gujarat, 1 district, and Rajasthan, 1 district, and Jharkhand, 2, 1 district, Chhattisgarh, 1 district, and in Odisha, the district where from Mayurbhanj district, where from our honorable president comes. And in Andhra Pradesh, it's 4 districts, and Telangana 1 district, Karnataka 4 district, Tamil Nadu 4 district, and Kerala 1 district. And the support in which this discussion going on for smart tribal farming, it's fantastic. And next slide. Next, yes. You can see that, this is, the very important is that tribal agriculture as of now is characterized by low technology and low input resources. Even the minimum input required for agriculture and basic scientific developments are yet to reach the tribal villages. What we see in tribal villages in agriculture system in harmony with nature, as well as food and nutrition needs of the people. And hence, it's the relevance of this eco-friendly zero fossil fuel system has increased further in times of climate change and erratic weather systems. Tribal women of Sundargarh district of Odisha state have chosen to produce safe and nutritious food, achieving food security and a better livelihood through organic farming. We need to have a tribal digital platform at panchayat level for sustainable development and growth. Why we have taken, next slide, at a cluster of 10 tribal village or 15 village, means these 10 to 15 villages will have a Gram Panchayat. It means that under BharatNet, the Gram Panchayat will have 1 GPPS internet capability. It means that under this smart tribal farming project, we will be in a position to have at least, one Gram Panchayat will have a 1 GPPS internet connectivity, and through PM Moni technology of CDOT of Government of India will be in a position to provide Wi-Fi connectivity to the tribal villages. And this will be a very important, technology relevance and advancement of the tribal villages. And maybe that too, within another 5 years of that time, all 1,45,000 tribal villages will have, scaled up this technology from this pilot project. And Government of India comes with equipping agriculture with emerging technology. Now, through this pilot project, the technologies will go as per the 7 mission mode program of Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee report. Even how to bring in, artificial intelligence, from artificial intelligence to agricultural intelligence, by making tribal knowledge on agricultural practices is documented and give them appropriate IPR. The technology can be artificial intelligence, IoT, machine learning, virtual reality, and augmented reality, and so on and so forth, in simple adoption of Industry 4.0 and Industry 5.0 technology. Next. And this is an era of International Millet Year. And due to the International Year of Millets 2023, millets have gained attention and efforts are underway to obtain their convenient and value-added processed products. Despite numerous qualities, utilization of millet as food was earlier confined to the traditional consumer tribal population. And the main custodian of preserving millets are the tribals. Millets are dual-purpose crops. It is cultivated both as food and fodder, thus providing food and livelihood security to millions of households and contributing to economic efficiency of farming. Tribal areas are becoming hot spots of our millet value chain. Previous slide. We have to, under this project, we will try to bring in smart agriculture and collaborative agriculture. Every tribal family, agriculture family, previous slide. Smart and collaborative agriculture is the way of the future. Collaborative farming is defined as two or more farmers working together in a formal arrangement for their mutual benefits, including. We are not getting the presentation, madam. Okay. And this I referred it, and please maintain. According to the UN FAO report, Youth and Agriculture, in that report they talk about key challenges and concrete solutions. The rural youths are the future of food security. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. And here we will talk about that how to get a benefit out of economic, skills, and social categories. What university aims to do? We have established 5 centers of excellence. And we also launched the MTech in Agricultural Informatics, PG Diploma in Agricultural Informatics, MBA in Agribusiness Management, MTech in Informatics and E-Governance, MBA in Industry 4.0, and MSc in Health Informatics. Now, what we thought was that let us initiate such a project to adopt the 7 mission board programs in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala, Ladakh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Tripura, and Uttar Pradesh. The project team associated with each pilot project site will prepare location-specific project proposal through structured discussion with the district administration and other stakeholders. I have written to some of the district collectors to advise the district administration, agriculture, animal husbandry, fisheries, rural development, panchayat raj, and tribal welfare, what are the schemes which are available for the identified tribal villages, which are operational, which are yet to be operational, how through the digital technology, which can be operationalized under the environment of the digital technology in agriculture. Today, many of the schemes are not, they're all in paper. It is not yet reached. Through this smart tribal farming component, now many of the schemes will go to the tribal farmers. Next. Role of the non-governmental agencies. In view of their role as catalyst for tribal development, they have to be at the grassroots level. NGOs are expected to undertake digitally empowering India's tribal farming communities through digital transformation of digital agriculture, smart tribal farming. India will be the first country in the whole world to operationalize smart tribal farming in a very big manner. And this will also include care and welfare, change and development, and protection of indigenous knowledge on farming practices for increased economic productivity of tribal communities through the action plan program. When India become a digitalized India, all 145,000 tribal villages are also digitalized village. Role of public and private research institution. We have 27 tribal research institute. We have 38 centers of excellence. Will get network for this smart tribal farming project. We have ICR systems, about 75 state agriculture university, 100 ICR institution, 731 Krishi Vigyan Kedras, but also will be, working on smarter tribal farming project. They will also provide their services. And we also have from the Department of Science and Technology, a very big program on technological intervention for tribal empowerment. And they also have a next slide. They also have a very good, scheme that establishing science and technology innovation hub. And under this smart tribal farming, I will request our Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, to help us in establishing science and technology innovation hub in this under smart tribal farming in this identified, 10 cluster of 10 to 15 tribal villages in various states. And science and technology application and intervention, they also talk about the priority areas priority areas, SNT applications, interventions, land use, ecology, environment and energy, forest, agriculture interface with and indigenous people, effective and sustainable utilization of available natural resource, development opportunities for local communities around protected areas, application of S&T for manpower development to generate alternate sources of income, facilitation of technology mission mode project, sensitizing voluntary agency, and scientists of laboratories and related agents to S&T approach. So as a former Director General of National Informatics Center, a man worked for grassroots level informatics from 1987 onwards as a distinct program, and 1995 informatics blueprint for agriculture, operationalization, and then 2016 to 18 as a part of doubling farmers income by committee report, and then operationalization of promotion of digital technology in agriculture, and then now operationalization of digital smart tribal farming in a cluster of 10 to 15 villages from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. It is a very important steps which India has taken it up, and I am very happy that this also next. Just before that, I think you skipped many slides, 2 slides. You go backward 2 slides. Backward 2 slides. Okay, backward 2 slides. Skip. Next. Next. Okay. So, in brief, we are now looking for the operationalization of smart tribal farming projects, which is likely to give this benefit, empowering the tribal community, through digital transformation of tribal agriculture, horticulture, sericulture, floriculture, apiculture, livestock and fisheries. Operationalizing digitalized agromet advisories and agricultural risk management solution, such as open insurance system for tribal communities, digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning, and digitalized integrated farm health management system, public health, plant health, animal health, fish health, water health, and soil health and environmental health. Very big project will be use of artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and blockchain technology to ensure optimal nutrition in soil and harvested food to minimize human disease. It will be a very good thing. It can start from this smart tribal farming projects, and achieving resource use efficiency through digitalized integrated farm, land and water management, operationalizing agriculture value system through agri-tech startup and agriculture community service center. We are promoting one agri-tech startup in every gram panchayat. It means India should have 2.5 lakh agri-tech startups to help 89% of the operational holders. That is, we have 145 million operational holders. Facilitating GI tag for traditional tribal agriculture products, promoting village level entrepreneurs for marketing tribal agriculture producers by training tribal boys and girls, moving towards carbon farming through circular economy methods, developing skill and entrepreneurship among rural youths in e-governance in tribal farming, promoting total development of local area through Digital India Mission and smart tribal farming, and validation of ethno practices adopted by the tribals in farming practices, veterinary health services, public health services through digitalized integrated farm health system, sustaining natural farming practices, and creation of a digital tribal platform, facilitating digitalization of gram panchayat, tribal village, and tribal farmer. It means that we should achieve smart tribal gram panchayat, smart tribal village, smart tribal farming, and smart tribal farmer. Next. And facilitating tribal transformation through SDGs. And this is very important. Even though when a random glance through the 17 SDGs reveal that all of them are relevant to the development of tribal people, it has to be done in a very effective manner. Though some are arguably more relevant than others. And goals number 1 to 8, 12, 13 are very relevant. Next. Finally, digital technology in agriculture, India should give top priority in adopting adopting these 7 mission mode programs. All the computer science students from 45,000 non-engineering higher education institution and 4,500 engineering colleges can have an appropriate activities in digitalization of Indian agriculture systems and smart irrigated agriculture system, rainfed systems, and tribal systems. And it's very important, and this is where India will lead the whole country, and it is very important in this ChangeMaker20 Summit, and also part of the G20 Summit should be the major recommendation. Last slide, please. So thank you very much. I would like to end with this, my mission, and I'm making this mission through the Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology with the 5 centers of excellence at the age of 70. And I'm now 70 years old, but still, and is youth in my mind, and advancing with the smart tribal farming for sustainable agriculture and food security, a landmark action plan for a sustainable future. Thank you very much for inviting me to this ChangeMaker20 Summit, ChangeMaker20 Summit, unleashing the power of young change maker for a sustainable future. And let this ChangeMaker20 Summit precipitate the action plan for operationalizing the smart tribal farming in the country, and then leading to making 1.45 lakh tribal villages as a smart tribal villages, part of the digitalized India. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Moni sir. So, sir, we have one question. So we have too many questions, but I want to ask this question. Can farmers, producer, organization improve the viability of Indian agriculture?
If they adopt this digital technology in agriculture, I always used to see, you can always see my publications. I'm not an agriculture scientist, but I am an informatics scientist. And I as a person worked from the grassroots level, 1987 District Information System Program, 28 sectoral database, and also man brought IT blueprint in agriculture, and now agriculture informatics. Even we have 1 lakh primary agriculture cooperative societies. And each agriculture cooperative society should bring in agriculture value chain. They are not providing it. And even farmer produce organization, they should provide a farming as a service. Each farmer produce organization should have an agri-tech startup. And if that's why I'm promoting, I have been voicing in various forums that India needs to have on a priority basis 1 agri-tech startup in every gram panchayat. 732 gram Krishi Vigyan Kendra is not able to do anything. And district administration, agriculture department, animal husbandry department, except some few, district, they have distanced themselves from village level agriculture problems. And village should be the first mile. It cannot be a last mile. Every farmer produce organization to have an agri-tech startup and provide farming as a service. And inclusive services, operations from, that agriculture, everything, because every farm generates a lot of data. And this data has to be captured. And with the technology which is available, with the GIS technology, drone applications, and, different algorithms can be developed. And that's why African Asian Rural Development Organization, ARDO, headquarters in Delhi, joined with the Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology. We conduct one international webinar to promote digital technology and agriculture in their 32 member countries. And your question is valid, but provided the farmer producer organization adopt an agri-tech startup along with them and the digital technology in agriculture, it will be a viable model, and it is a viable model, and they should adopt. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, definitely. So thank you so much, Moni sir. And I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing us with your presence at this wonderful and enlightening session. Moni sir, your insights, expertise, and thoughtful discussions have truly enriched our understanding at topic at hand. Thank you so much, Moni sir.